Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rivals FC podcast. I'm with Dofa, I'm with Latita, and myself, Sandile. Today, we'll just run through the semi-final, the Carabao semi-final against Arsenal and Chelsea, and also just speak a little bit about City and Newcastle. We don't have Marks with us today, so we'll just glance over that. And then look into the Premier League weekend. We have Liverpool hosting City at Anfield. It's going to be an interesting one for the title race. And yeah, for Tita's sake, we're going to speak about United taking on Spurs.
Hold on. Why
Man
are we
United
now
are
making?
back. Man
Why are we
United
making
are
now a
back.
petty chat? We weren't going to, but since he's here, we might. No. No,
You guys are
don't do
back,
that,
bro.
Chief.
Man
We don't
United are back.
stop this chat, Chief. Stop this chat. I don't want this Arsenal delusion to take over my spirit. God
Bro,
forbid.
Bro,
okay.
what's
God
wrong with being
forbid.
back, bro? You
Huh?
guys are back,
There's
man.
everything wrong with that statement. Anytime I've heard that statement, we go back to our losing ways. So I'm not trying to. Like, yeah, okay, let's leave it. Leave it. Just
Uh,
abolish it.
uh, okay. Let's get into it. The first semi-final that we witnessed for the Carabao, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Arsenal went into that fixture at the Emirates 3-2 up, and yeah, we witnessed a lack Kai Havertz dagger at the end there. Oh
Hmm.
man, this is sweet. It was just sweet. Kinda, I'm not gonna lie. If I look at it from a neutral perspective, it wasn't really the most eventful game, and I kind of really expected that. I just was hoping it wasn't going to be, kinda. But I'm glad of the results. Yeah, let me start off. Tofa, what did you think about that game?
Yeah, dude. As an Arsenal fan, obviously, great result. Love the Kai Havertz goal. Sweet. I loved the celebration more than the goal. Pointing at the
Yeah,
badge. Love that.
yeah.
Love that. But yeah, just looking at it as a neutral, I feel the same way. It wasn't that entertaining, I guess. Um, Chelsea did play a back five. I don't know if that really nullified the game a bit. Kind of made it a bit boring.
It doesn't make
And
sense
Arsenal,
though. It doesn't make
uh,
sense how they played a back five though. Like,
yeah, it didn't make sense at all. I don't know, dude. I think he was just
yeah,
afraid of conceding that first goal. Because if we consider that first goal, I mean, if we score that first goal, it was going to be wraps. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? It was going to be wraps. So yeah, they defended well. Chelsea defended well. They had quite a lot of possession. I think I didn't see the stats, but I think they had quite a lot of possession. They didn't play too bad. I wasn't so happy with our performance, to be honest. I would have loved to see Kai Havertz in the midfield role because Eze was just a ghost. I feel like we didn't have that link again, once again, between our midfield and attack. I think Kai Havertz would have done a better job there. Odegaard is injured, obviously.
So do you think it's a
But
confidence
yeah,
issue?
man. Sorry.
Do you think it's a confidence issue with Eze?
Yeah, definitely. You can tell, dude. Eze is that. Remember when he played against Tottenham, he scored one goal, first goal, and then he went on to score a hat trick. He's that
yeah.
kind
He's
of
just
player
peaceful.
that, like, when he's
Mm.
on it, when he's feeling it, he's similar to like Brazilian type of players. Like when he's got his confidence, he cooks. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And
Okay.
I,
And I
I think,
think now he's just overthinking it because we all know what the situation is with our creativity. It's like Odegaard, Havertz, Eze, and I think it's kind of got into his head a little bit. And yeah, it's just not confident. So we'll see. I think the solution to that is Kai Havertz.
And
But yeah, overall the match
okay.
was good. Was all right. Not the most entertaining, but happy with the result at the end of the day.
The Kai Havertz chat. I want to actually ask a question about that because we were discussing this with the guys I play football with. I mean, not Kai Havertz, sorry, Eze, right? So
Yeah.
with here's my thing with the whole Eze thing, right? You brought in a player because this is the guy you needed, right, for the creativity side of things. But then obviously he is not in terms of like defensive play, in terms of providing that press that Odegaard has, right? He's not as strong. So what what do you think will help patch that situation up? Because what I've seen this season with Arsenal is that you don't build a team around players, you build your players around the team. So if that's the case, then why did you like why would you why would we get an Eze or get a Gyökeres and not try to adapt the game to them firstly? And but more so, the more pressing question I have is like, what is the game plan with Eze? Because you have an Odegaard who's a pressing machine, but he lacks in the creativity department. You have a Kai Havertz who's come back and he's just ready to roll, right? And I think maybe he's going to provide that that sense of energy, maybe that sense of passion and so forth. So, what are you going to do with Eze? What are you going to do with Odegaard when he's back? If Kai Havertz gets on his bike and just runs the show, because now him and Glock can share the field.
I think okay. I think look, I think Eze got hard done by because when you look back at the Villa game, he back his runner, and then after that we didn't see him start. And I think yeah, even then he wasn't even playing in his natural position. He was playing wing.
Hmm.
So after I think Mikal benched him after that, and then his confidence dropped, and now I think he's trying to navigate his actual role in the midfield on skates. He doesn't want to be too expressive in case he makes a mistake and it costs the team
I
because he
agree.
actually wants to play. That's what but so I think that's why I think the reason why we haven't seen him actually give us the output that we'd like to see is also because he's on bench. He's been on bench for a while, and yeah, that's the only thing in terms of. I think that's what's wrong with Eze at the moment. I think if they give him more faith and a bit more space to actually express himself and what he can do, I think he slots right into the system. I think he can link up because when he started off, he actually looked very promising. He gave that assist that gave us that goal against City when he decided to park the bus.
Yeah.
So and that was just starting off. You could see that there was actual potential. Once he gets into the team, he could actually grow into something special. I think Mikal needs to, and the coaching staff just needs to give him like a little talk and be like, yo, listen, calm down, just play your game.
Hmm.
Because he can link up with the left hand side, he can link up with the right hand side, and he's able to find players through the middle and pick up the ball from the defense. He's actually really good at that. Odegaard is also really great. Um, to answer your question about how we're going to use Eze and Odegaard, I think Odegaard now he's going to be used for more like it doesn't really make sense, but I can see it working out this way because he's captain. But I can see him managing games where it's starting to get a bit scrappy
Yeah.
and teams are attacking us. I can see him coming on to like, okay, let's calm the tempo, let's do this, let's run through the systems, and then Eze is just our loose cannon and be like, yo, go create some havoc in the midfield, just go play the balls to the left hand side, yeah, just do that with Kai Havertz if he plays that cam role,
It's Chai,
Kai
bro.
Havertz is a bit of a yeah, I think it's a bit of a hybrid though. Like hear me out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Kai,
Yes,
Kai,
definitely.
yeah, Kai Havertz, he can drop back and he's physical enough to defend. It's not his strongest point. It's not his strongest point. He doesn't really control games. But in terms of attacking, he can actually push up. He provides that like second striker role. If Glock or Jesus is playing striker, he's there behind. He can get shots off from outside the box, or he can, if the cross is coming in, he's got that aerial height to actually do that. So there's different ways we can use those players. Um, and I also like the game against Kairat. I liked how he came on, he was playing that position, and immediately linked with Gyökeres. That's why I'm saying like there's a bit of a hybrid situation going on with Kai Havertz, which I love, by the way. I think it's really exciting to see how that plays out throughout the rest of the season. And yeah, even Kai Havertz, if he comes off the bench, he still provides a threat. And I like that. I love that so much.
Mm.
Odegaard, he calms things down off the bench. You still yet to see him get back on form when he's actually starting.
Yes.
As a shame. I think he just needs a chat to be like, boys, and you're actually balling out. You balled out against Tottenham. You balled out against City, right, which are our title rivals. Yeah, the title rivals right now. So why aren't you like he feels like it's like he's a bit reserved. We
I
need
won't
to
lie.
get more out of him.
I think there's a bit of confusion on his end, and I don't blame him, right? And the reason for that is he was actually on a great run in terms of like ratings. I'm not talking about like GA or anything, like just ratings, like how we play the game and so forth, right? But then there was obviously this thing, like, and here's where I always feel like, which I don't blame you guys because of the whole nostalgia factor or the bias towards ODG, but with Odegaard, I feel like he has a lot more leeway than Eze has had, right? I think Eze came in, scored the hat trick. Next game, maybe he lost the ball a couple of times. The other game, he played well, but he wasn't there the way he
Yeah.
was in the previous games, right? But like instantly, Odegaard comes back from injury, bench, right? And I think he's more confused as to what he's doing wrong instead of what he was doing right, right? So I don't think it's a chat thing. I think it's more of like it's a managerial thing, if anything, because he's not in a place where
He's
he
he's
doesn't
been
have
outdone by it.
he hasn't been
Like
outdone by. I don't think he's been outdone by. I think he's been done dirty, if anything. Yeah, unless that's what
yeah,
you
that's what
mean.
I mean.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean. He's been done because one mistake, not playing his natural position, he's playing winger. He didn't
Exactly.
track his runner, conceded a goal against Villa, and then the next game we don't see him start after a few games. After Odegaard was also injured, I think, or just coming back from injury, he didn't look on form, and he's still starting. So I was like, okay,
Do
that's
you
like
understand what I'm saying?
I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad for him in a sense. But like now that he's given opportunity, he should be taking them. But I also get why
Exactly.
he's not. You
But
see what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's not fair. That's not fair because now you've tanked his confidence and you've done like I'm not like you've done nothing to bring it back. I think people forget the psychology behind sports. Like if I'm not feeling confident, I'm not going to do certain things. I'm not going to hold the ball, take on two players, make a pass. I'm just going to do everything
Yeah,
that
but
is needed of from me instead of doing what I want to do. Because remember, football is expression, right? And if you're
yeah,
not confident or if you feel like your expression is causing problems in you starting the game and all of that, you're not going to express as much as you would. In fact, you'll just resort to instructions, right? I've seen it happen with myself. I've seen it happen with a couple of other players I play with in our own circles. And that's the problem I think he's facing now. I think he's like you said, he's a lot more conservative. He's playing a lot more safe. um, but on going back to the topic of the game, I think he is able to provide that sort of thing. Yeah, he's sorry, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. He's able to. I mean, the game was set up with a back five. Chelsea set up with a back five, but I was actually interested in seeing the way you guys set up um, against them, right? I was looking at Glock started, Martinelli started, Pai didn't start, which I was shocked by, right? But again, it's an FA Cup final, so you're just trying to either secure the aggregate that you have or progress it. So yeah, with the game, the result could have been a lot. I think it could have been a lot better. In terms of the performance, I do think you guys look, a lot of people have been talking about how City are going to wipe you. I watched the Newcastle game. I watched the Newcastle game, and I'm not confident that those guys have what it takes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Which guy? Which
If
guy is
anything,
City?
yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Wait,
anything,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If anything, Newcastle were just so unlucky, and they miss Isak, or they miss a finish like a clinical finisher. I mean, Wissa missed the sitter in the opening minutes of the second half. Elanga comes
it
on
was
what
some.
for like 5 minutes, scores an absolute banger, and then the next thing you know, right, he's missing a clear cut, tap in, right, and then you have So I think from the first half, second half, they just lost the game because of excuse me, chances. We can't even credit City to their defensive acumen, right? Because if anything, bro, they were getting dusted. If you watch that, like, I don't know if you guys saw the goals that were scored against, or the goal that was scored against Man City, right? Bro, Nico O'Reilly looked like he was on an ice rink with slides, right? He was just slipping and sliding. Bro, he didn't know, like, his hips, it's like his hips were disconnected from his upper body, right? Because he's facing Elanga, but his legs are just looking like they're borrowed, right? So you have a situation like that where defensively these guys aren't strong, right? You have a situation where a defender is making a terrible mistake. Yes, he's young and all of that, and I think they got away with murder. It should have been a penalty. Um, but don't think Man City have that defensive thing to say like, yeah, they can see a game out. I don't think we've seen them see a game out this season. Um, and also offensively, Mamouche, if Mamouche starts, right, you guys might have a problem defensively, right? But you guys will also return offensively. Um, if Haaland starts, he's not as confident, right? He's making the correct runs, he's getting the passes and the service to get there, but he's just not, as clinical as he was. And I don't know what's happening on the training ground or whatnot. So yeah, for me, before I even take long to say anything, I think Arsenal take it. I think Arsenal take it maybe 2-1 or 3-2, right? That's if you guys concede two, could even be 3-1.
Three
Um,
one.
yeah.
Good.
I will.
Wow. Okay.
What? You
Okay.
don't think you beat them 3-1?
No, I just didn't expect you to say it. That's all.
Bro,
Oh, I thought you were
bro,
saying lose. Oh,
if you watched that game, please guys, after this, right? Everyone, go watch the highlights, the extended highlights, right? You will see that there's no defense there. You see that goal you guys scored, which by the way, I forgot to say credit to you guys for scoring an open play goal. Not because I'm slandering the corners, but because now it's like okay, you have played different players and it's working out, right? Um, and I think that's a good thing that's happening. But then Man City, bro, they just looked like they were lost, bro. Like they don't look like a professional club at all.
yeah, I just want to go back to the Eze chats. I was telling Sunday that compare if you compare Crystal Palace and Arsenal defensively, like no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but compare any team to Arsenal's defensively. Like Arsenal's is way up there. Do you know what I mean? And that defense is not solely down. The solid defense, the record we've got is not just solely down to the back four. It's like a whole team effort. We're quite a solid team defensively, and that involves everyone from attack to midfield, pressing, midfield covering distance. Um, so yeah, I don't know how defensive Crystal Palace was. I don't know how defensive Eze was, his role was at Crystal Palace. But him coming to Arsenal, he was always going to have to change up his game, especially defensively. He was always going to have to press. He was always going to have to be involved in the defense. I don't think it's the worst fix, though. It's quite an easy fix, and I think we've seen it, especially after the Aston Villa game. I think you can see he's trying to run a bit more. He's trying to track his man. So it's not the worst fix. Um, Arteta obviously has very high standards when it comes to defense. We've seen the documentary, when he says,
I've
"When I lose my tools, I'm upset."
I've never seen it.
Those are the fucking standards, that he set. The
I
fucking
won't lie to
standards.
you. I won't lie. Don't
That's it.
include
So,
me in watching a documentary. I don't watch a documentary of teams that lose. I've never.
okay,
Yo, bro,
okay.
dudes.
I don't watch a
Anyway,
Tottenham
as I was saying,
documentary. If anything,
as I was
I
saying,
need to actually watch the Man City documentary, unfortunately,
all
because
right.
they actually, and this is painful to say, you know, but like they won stuff, so that's probably the documentary I need to
All
watch.
right, all right.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah,
Good for
Dofa, you were
them.
saying.
Good for them. Yeah. So, it's not the worst fix. Eze could switch up his game. He just has to run more. He has to track his man. It's not the worst fix. I'm pretty sure it's been fixed already. So now it's all about the attack. Like Arsenal, we always have possession. We're a very high possession team. He just needs to demand the ball, bro. Like I watched the matches and you see Eze like he's not demanding the ball. He's not standing on business. He's not using his opportunities. Like Sanjay was saying, he needs to stop feeling sorry for himself and use the chances that he's given, the minutes that he's given. He needs to demand the ball and just trust his own ability, bro. Trust his quality because he does have that quality.
I feel like
So yeah, it's up
he's
um,
to
all
him. It's
alone.
up to him.
I low key feel like he's all alone though. I feel like the mess that is happening now has been caused by the managers, obviously. But now, like, I feel like now all of a sudden, it's sort of like it's how life is, unfortunately, right? But it's like you guys stabbed him, and now he needs to stitch himself up. Like
Exactly.
but it's not. It shouldn't be like that, especially since you know, um, you want to win the title, so you need to, managing and all of that, and coaching and all of that is not only it's not only on the game and tactics and all of that. It's also the whole mental
But
side of
listen,
it.
Peter, it was always gonna be like that. Like I said, Arsenal is like one of bro. Our defensive standards are very high. Like Eze was, and I'm pretty sure Eze was well aware of that. Like it was always gonna be like that. He was always gonna have to up his game
But we
defensively.
don't we don't know
He
what we
he's
don't
like,
know we don't know what happened in the contract negotiation. You see, the thing is, guys, like I want to agree with
but
you.
come on, bro. We all know it, bro.
Defensive
We've seen the
standards?
documentary. Like I said,
Nah, 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 nah. Wait, guys. Guys,
Look, but
guys, guys, guys.
Tita,
No, no, no.
look,
On the real.
look.
Wait, on the real. Wait, hold on, hold on.
Okay.
On the real, right? I haven't seen the documentary, but right, Eze comes from a team where if he's on the pitch, the team plays a certain style, right? Now, I'm not expecting, Arteta to change everything up, but if you're going to, you know, and this is my problem, and this is what how this whole thing erupted, or this whole conversation started. It's if Odegaard has the leeway to to do what he's doing, if Saka has the leeway to perform the way been performing, if if you know like all these players, who not all of them, there's only those two I think currently who have. Oh, Glock wasn't performing as high as everyone wanted him to, right? But if all of these players have the leeway from the managers, surely Eze is afforded the same opportunity. And I haven't seen that he's been afforded the same opportunity, right?
he gets his
That's a
chances
dagger.
though.
That no, no, no. That's a dagger, bro. Like I don't see a world where you see other people getting opportunities you're not getting, and then you're forced to pick yourself up after, when the people who are doing much worse than you are, right? Are getting more comfort, getting more, confidence being instilled. It plays a role in your confidence, right?
Okay, okay. No, I
Uh,
hear you, but where I hear you, and it's a valid point. But where then, if we talk about Mikel Arteta needs to be more ruthless in terms of dealing with lack of or drop of quality in certain players. He didn't do it in Martin Odegaard, and we've been asking questions about that. He did it. We didn't even see Martin Odegaard wasn't even in the side in the second leg
mm,
of the semi-final. So I think we're starting to see that now. We're starting to challenge him. He's even
mm.
saying it in media, where it's like it's not me telling him to take a touch back, because it's in his nature, and I like to go forward. You can see him challenging him, like you see he's starting to do that. So I think he did it. I think he probably mismanaged that situation when he did it with Eze, because with Eze still knew he's still trying to. He came from a team where the style was built, how the team was how the team was playing was built around him, and yeah, that's how they played. And yeah, in terms of our defense, every single player matters. Every player matters, and they contribute to the defensive thing. So he needed time to adapt to that, and he was a bit too ruthless. That's why I say he was done. He was hard done by, or he was done dirty quite a bit by Mikel Arteta. But I think Mikel Arteta is trying to hash that out. It's like, no, you're not the only one who's going to get that treatment. Odegaard is getting it now. So now that you have the opportunity, which putting trust back in you, that's where I'm going to agree with Dofa and be like, okay, we're putting trust back in you, because Odegaard is not providing it. So come on, boy, ball out for us. And I want to say against the Chelsea game,
Wait,
I
sorry,
think it
before,
was
just a question. Sorry, was
yeah,
Odegaard injured?
no,
But he was still dropped. He was still dropped against was it Leeds? No, was it Carrick? Carrick. That's when he started being dropped.
yeah, he was dropped there, and then he sat
Mm.
bench against Leeds, came on, gave
Yeah.
his assist, and then this semi-final he wasn't even in the squad, not even on the bench.
Mm.
So
Seems like a slap
yeah,
on
I
the
also
wrist
want
to
to.
me. It seems like a slap on the wrist, but again, it's the captain, so I guess it works differently. But
It,
like,
it, it can't be a slap on the wrist when it's the captain, boy.
it
That's the
can be
thing.
though, because he hasn't been
That's
doing
a
what a captain needs to do for the whole season.
that's
If
But
anything,
he's
if
starting
that's what
bench
I'm
now, bro.
saying.
He's starting bench now.
Not
okay,
even
Like
bench, boy. He's not even in the lineup. He's not in the squad.
Arteta,
He's not
Arteta
on the
agrees with
bus.
you. Exactly, bro.
Come
Arteta's
on,
agreed
boy.
with you now, bro. Like, give it time. You'll
Like
see him turn bench some more. Then,
we'll
yeah.
see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Look, we'll see, right? We'll really see, and I don't want to like. my point is, okay, your points are that he just needs to just get up, right, and dust himself off and play the game, right? And that's okay. That's fair. He does need to do that. That's just how life is, right?
Because
But
we'll
now,
be there to back him. We'll be there to back him.
We
Arsenal
will,
fans
yeah.
are just like
Like
that. We'll shout
he
his
needs to
praises,
trust
bro.
himself.
okay,
We still are.
let's
We
see,
still
let's
are.
see. But now let's go back to Chelsea. Chelsea setting up with a back seven.
Oh my gosh. Wait, yeah, I wanted Kiki to be here. Unfortunately, he couldn't. But my
Yeah,
word, what was the coach doing, bro?
Hey,
Bro,
bro.
you down 3-2 in the second leg, and now you want to park the bus. What are you doing? And I feel like Mikel Arteta was like, oh, they
I
playing
think.
like that. Oh, okay. You know what, boys? This is a training session for us. Then let's just work on our structure defensively, just to make sure that we solid while they try to figure their stuff out. Because it doesn't make sense. They played Liam Delap on the right wing. I've never seen that in my life. You benched Estavao
Wait,
and put
remember
Delap.
what I said. Remember what I said. I said if Esteval starts the game, Arsenal might be in danger. But now Esteval didn't start the game, right? No
Yeah,
wingers started the
Playing
game.
two CDMs, bro.
Bro, there's
Oh my,
five defenders on the field and two CDMs.
I
bro.
think we're gonna have to ask this question again when Kiki's here. I think what the manager was trying to do was not concede, and it kind of makes a little bit of
No,
sense. Like
No, it
no,
doesn't.
if you
no.
if you
You're
concede that first
you're
goal,
3-2
the
behind.
game is
That doesn't
gone.
make
But
sense.
I'm not saying it's the right move. I'm just saying that's what he was thinking.
Bro,
It's
bro,
definitely not the right move.
What he was thinking was wrong, though. Let me tell you. Because
Definitely,
listen,
definitely, I agree.
if if he came out guns firing and conceded a goal, that game would have been totally different. And we considered a goal as Arsenal. That game would have been totally different. It would have been 3-3.
Mm,
Arsenal had to come out
on
and
the
try
back
attack.
foot,
We had to. Yeah, we would have to open up and actually start attacking.
yeah.
They
yeah,
yeah, okay, fair. They would have to open up and then cool, but we were relaxed because we were still a goal up. As it stood going into the game, we
yeah.
were going to the final. So take why are you waiting for us?
Bro, just
Like
come
I
out guns
don't get the
blazing. You have
approach.
nothing to lose, bro. You literally have nothing.
Literally,
For me,
Yeah,
this has been the theme of like this season, bro. Coaches are coming out to not lose, right? We saw it in the beginning
yeah,
with Arteta in the beginning of the season. He's set up a bit better, right? We saw it with Amarim. He was not setting. He was setting up to to just make sure everything is nah, right? We saw it with now we're seeing it with Chelsea, right? It's not like this easy, bro. There was no hint of setting up to win that game. There was nothing whatsoever,
yeah.
bro. Like I was looking at the lineup just before because I didn't watch that game because of work and stuff. But like, what do you mean you have three center backs,
Two
two
CDMs,
full backs, two CDMs, right? And then you have three attackers. Three attackers. Come on, bro. Come on,
one of
bro.
them is the lad
Delap is a
on the
dude.
right.
no respect Delap. He's a baller, right? But the thing is,
But on the right wing,
On the
boy.
Delap
right,
is a
though.
I don't
I'm
lie.
saying it was on the
It's
right.
times like these where I realize this bro might be a high school coach, dog. Because the
I
thing is,
said it, bro.
the
Oh
thing is,
my.
We also his touch. Did you see his touch when he tried to control
Oh.
the ball in the first? Did you see his touch, bro?
nah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Well, I don't.
I'll send you a clip. It was
Yeah,
awful. It
yeah,
was
you have to
awful.
see it, bro. He lost
It was
aura.
awful. He lost
You.
Bro,
crazy.
I
That's the
don't.
way
Even Sky
Chelsea lost the
Sports
game.
was cooking it, bro.
I don't understand,
It
bro. There's no
was
need for them to
bad.
lose this game, bro. Like, bro, Kepa's in poles. Just shoot in the top corner. You're grand.
I was
Like,
actually dreading when I
Yeah,
saw Kepler, bro. I was like,
like,
shit.
yeah.
like, dog.
But
If you just
Man.
thankfully
if you
Chelsea
pepper
were
him
like,
enough, yeah. If you pepper him enough, then he's gonna let one or two in.
But I
Like
don't think.
try
yep.
to attack.
I don't think that's where we should be now. I think Chelsea just done themselves, right? They shot themselves in the foot, and you guys benefited from it. I don't know what happened with that goal. In fact, I watched that goal, right, and it didn't make sense because Kai was free on goal. You went from having a back seven to now a front seven, right? It, like tactics. They don't make sense.
They
Dog.
they left they left it to the last 15 minutes to actually try to get something
Mm,
out of the game, which was
but
ridiculous. And
that,
then we
yeah.
punished that. we punished that. It's like, oh, we absorb all the pressure and then we just counter it. Declan Rice, the ball, Declan Rice gave to Kai Havertz. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also, I won't lie. As much
His
yeah,
as
weak
this, it
foot,
was a
bro.
great
It was
goal.
his weak foot, by
Chalobah
the
could
way.
have done better.
yeah.
Chalobah could have done better, but the ball
He
was
was,
sensational. The ball was
it
sensational.
was it was 2v1. He was cooked as well. I think he was tired. He was trying to attack back
It was
after it
raining,
was
eh?
the last play of the game.
It was raining.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was he was tired. He was cooked. So I think even Declan Rice, even after the game interview, was like, "Nah, I'm shattered." So it was a very tiring game.
Nah,
Yeah,
rainy
he
games.
literally said it.
Wait, rainy
So
games,
so
bro.
yeah.
Chelsea does not do well in rainy games. I remember watching what's this guy? What's that guy? Tosin, dog. Tosin, dog. That's like how, bro. But anyway, like I watched Tosin run back, bro, and I'm watching this brew, nah. I'm like, is this brew even holding R2, dog? Is he trying to run, dog?
This is
So
person.
yeah, so yeah, Chelsea. There's a lot going on there. But
Nah, they
man,
deserve to go out. They deserve to go
Man
out.
City, Arsenal,
World
Tottenham,
champions for what?
world champions
Shit.
of what?
Of what? Man.
Yeah, so Chelsea, and I mean Arsenal and Man City now is the next game.
Um,
What are we saying?
let
Gondi,
me.
Predictions.
you gave your
Wait,
prediction. Okay, yeah, Topher, go on, go on.
Man is 3-1, bro.
I don't know if you
2-2.
guys are aware of this. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but Mark Gay is actually not eligible to play in the Carabao Cup,
Yeah.
so he won't be in the final. So
And
Oh,
it's
since you're
what?
trying to get the rules changed to allow him to play, and I'm like, bro, what is
that's
this?
that's gonna be 116 charges now.
Bro, like what is going on?
But wait, what was the reason for that? Is it because he started with Crystal Palace?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
you can the rules are you can play for two teams, but you have to have signed them before. Like with Semenyo was able to play because they signed him before they went into the second leg and the previous fixture was done.
Oh,
So I'm not sure
Yeah,
why.
so wait, can he play
I
Yeah,
for
think it's a
both?
timing thing
yeah, I think it was a timing thing. I'm not sure
because Mark
why
Gay was a
exactly.
late signing, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a
He
He
late
was a
was
late signing.
he was a late signing. So I think it's that's
So
the FA rules. Yeah.
crazy.
I don't know how much that's gonna benefit us, but it's obviously good news for us. And yeah, dude, if it's current form, say the final was like happening this weekend,
Yeah, it's
I
not
do
looking
back
good.
us to win that quite comfortably.
It's not looking good.
Although for next month, I still back us to win it next month. But I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to see how things go. But yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I would say I'm quite confident
There's no need to
for
be.
that final.
There's no defense.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I think going into the final, it's gonna be about which team has the most momentum. At the moment, it's Arsenal, so I'm pretty confident. But if something happens where teams shell shock us, going into the final, we don't lose the final at Wembley. Actually, have we? Hmm.
Shit.
I don't think we have. So I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident, and I think it would be a nice one if you win that one. If you win the Carabao over City's heads, and then we go to the Etihad, I think it will definitely that Premier League game will hold more weight because I think that's like a month or a few weeks after the final. So yeah, I think if I have to give early predictions, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say ooh, we're gonna score two goals and then
Haram.
haram board.
I knew it.
Haram board.
Yeah,
I knew it.
yeah. And
Haram
one of the
board.
goals is gonna be a corner. It's gonna be a corner.
Corner. It's gonna be a corner
Yeah.
and then probably one banger from Declan Rice. I don't know. Ozubimendi, Kai Havertz, I don't know. And then
Kai
haram
Havertz
board.
would slap. Oh, it would be brilliant.
Facts. I won't lie to you. I won't
You know
lie
what
to
would
you.
be better? You know what would be even better? A goal from Gabriel Jesus, bro. Oh,
Oh, that would be sick.
sign me
Oh.
up.
Oh, that would be a
Eject it.
dagger. That would be a
Eject that
dagger.
one, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Imagine if Zinchenko was still around. Yo, you guys are lucky he's not. But imagine if he was still around and then he assisted him also. Yo,
Yo.
Yeah, bro.
yo. That would be bad. But yeah, nah. I think that wraps up that then. And then on the front of What's the other one that I wanted to speak about, or we wanted to speak about?
Wait, wait, Dofa. What was your score?
Oh,
What would
sorry.
your
Yes,
scoreline be?
yes.
Yeah, let me say 2-1 as well. I think we'll score 2-0, defend, and then I think they'll score like last minute goal or some shit, and then we'll just see the match out defensively.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're
okay, I
right with
guess we
that
can.
prediction because of those bro. Bro, please guys, watch those highlights, bro. I've
Yeah,
never
we'll check
seen
them out.
someone disconnect from their upper body. Never. I've never seen it, bro. In fact, he's the
Nah,
reason
I'll
we
check it
scored
out.
because he didn't defend properly. But credit to Elanga also. That's one player I miss in Man United. I won't lie to you. Anthony Elanga, bro, you just kick the
Speaking of
ball
Man
to the
United,
corner flag and he's there and then he'll dribble and then somehow back of the net. But yeah,
yeah,
we let him go and we signed Anthony. We kept the wrong Anthony in my opinion, but anyway.
Lord.
yeah.
Let's
Speaking of
let's
Man United, how
yeah, let's
about it
move on
then?
to Man United. Yeah.
Bro, you saw what they did.
Tottenham versus United.
You saw what
You
they
guys are
did.
playing Spurs.
You saw what they
Mm.
did to Man City. 40 years! 40 years! Nah, but like for me it's like I think if we carry on with our ball, right, we'll be fine. I think the thing is though, Spurs have a starting 11 only. I was talking to a Tottenham Spurs fan. Spurs only have a starting 11.
Really?
Yeah, they don't have like
Where
they don't
do
have
you
a bench.
find those around here,
Where
bro?
did you find one, bro? They exist
Yeah,
as
like
well. Crazy.
Bro, I don't lie to you, bro. I go in the deep crevices of Earth,
What?
bro. I don't lie to you. But like,
You sure it wasn't a dream, bro?
nah, it was real life. It was real life, unfortunately for him, right?
Bro,
So, so,
crazy.
but on the real, or like, I think they they had our number the first time, right? Obviously, that was under Amorim's era. We drew, I think that game it was 2-2, or they won, but it wasn't supposed to be the result that it was. So I don't know. Under Carrick, maybe we stand a better chance. Maybe we have the ability to
I
do
think you
all
do.
that. I think we do. I also think we do. But like my score prediction is going to be. I'm just gonna end it here and say 3-1. I think we're going to see some serious ball. You know, I think they will score against us because our defense is not as tightly knit as it could be. Right? It could still improve. It could still like get to a point where we're like, okay, yeah, nah, 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 we're defending now. But like until then, I do think we're going to concede goals. We will concede silly goals or maybe like moments of brilliance. Also, credit to Sen Lamans, right? He has changed my life, bro.
Oh,
He's absolutely
Dofa, this rant again. It's this
bro. You
rant
guys, you
again,
guys don't
bro.
understand, bro. You guys don't understand. Must I remind you of Mustafi, dog? Must I remind you
Don't
of
start. Don't you dare.
bro,
Please
bro,
don't. Please don't.
bro?
Don't
Like,
mention that name, bro.
you
Please
understand
don't.
what I'm saying? So like, bro, that guy changed my life. Like when I watch the goals we scored, I mean the goals we concede, sorry. They are just like weird goals or bangers. There's no in between, right? Bro, there was a save he made, bro. That header, I saw that and I was like, yeah, nah, try, you know. But for some reason, somehow, he went into ultra instinct mode and saved it. So like for me, like that shows that there's progress defensively. But again, there's still those loose ends we need to tie. I think we do need to get a replacement for Dallo. I do think we need a replacement for Shaw.
Yeah, you guys are
Manu,
still bleeding goals, eh?
yeah,
I
that's the
will
thing.
say that.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Manu's on his bike. Casemiro is leaving. So even though we have him in like his form right now, I think we need to find an alternative. But we can't have Ugarte. I won't lie to you. And then Bruno, Captain Fantastic. That's the real Captain Fantastic. I remember y'all were comparing him to a certain
Shut
someone.
up. Focus on your team. Hey, la. Let's not get into
Bruh,
that.
this guy, bro.
I
Oh,
remember. I
oh.
forget. The streets ain't forget.
Oh, if you're gonna play comparisons, there's one I forgot to mention. I'm pretty sure Caicedo started the previous match, didn't he?
Yes.
Was it Caicedo and Rice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Marks,
Oh, wait,
that's
isn't
how
it?
Marks, glitch.
that chat is dead, bro.
Who's it that assisted Havertz, by the way?
That chat is dead,
Who
bro.
was it
Mm.
again?
That I don't lie though. Chelsea losing the game was the manager's fault. Like I'm not saying that you guys were not there, but it's just yeah. But anyway, like
Mm.
my point is,
Yeah, let's go back to United.
yeah, let's go back. I remember people comparing him to a certain someone, but we're not gonna go there. I'm a bigger man.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger man, right? Um, Cunha starting on the left. I I actually miss Mason Mount, and I never thought I'd say those words. But I actually miss Mason Mount, right? He has started playing for the badge a bit more, which I'm happy to see. And then who's on the right side? Ahmad and then Buemo. Sesko, I think Sesko is getting his confidence now. Even though that goal, I feel like it could have been better in terms of like how he took the ball, which is the problem he's been having in the Prem in terms of like his first touch. I think him converting that chance was brilliant last week.
That was a great conversion.
It was a
He had his
great,
back to goal. Yeah.
yeah,
He had
but
his back to
it
goal.
was his
Turned
fault.
and lost
It
it.
was his fault. He should have trapped it better.
Fair.
You understand?
Fair. Fair.
But like, yeah. So with that all being said, I'm confident we have the stuff, you know, to get the 3 points. But this is football and this is the Premier League, so anything can happen. But
Yeah.
like I said, 3-1, 3-1 is my score prediction, right?
I,
And
I see that.
yeah,
I say 5-0 to United because they are so back, bro.
this guy
They are
stop,
so bad.
stop, stop. I don't want to
United are
hear it.
back.
I don't want to hear it.
You guys
I
are
don't want
back.
to hear it. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. And I don't think there's much to discuss about it, especially since like
Yeah, we could discuss Liverpool then.
we're on opposite ends of the log, you know. Like there's nothing much to say besides that. It's like bro, just forget, bro, just forget. Hopefully
But
Okay,
let
we
me
get
ask you this real quick
hopefully we
before
get
we go to
someone like
Liverpool and City.
Luke Shaw
Do you
for
think do you think you guys are going top four?
for the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think top six. I think top six. I don't
Plus,
think top four. I think top six.
you think you're getting a European place?
Yeah, I think we're getting a European place, but I don't think we're getting Champions League this season. I do still think our squad is a bit thin, and considering we didn't sign anyone this transfer window, we're 1 or 2 injuries away from a crisis. Maybe not in the defense as much, but also in the midfield, and that has been the weak point over the years. Also in terms of defensively, so I think we're not we don't have the depth to finish out the season unless none of them get injured, which I hope. But you know how the season goes. You know, it's one slide tackle, bruise out for 6 weeks. Look at Dogu. After going on a
Yeah.
run, bro scores a banger. He has been scoring for the past 3 weeks, and now he's gone. All right, and he's gone for like 6 to 8 weeks, so he might not even
Yeah.
play this season. So I think it would be nice to finish top four, and this was my stance in the beginning of the season. I thought we were gonna be top eight, top six again would have been ideal, would have been nice. Top four, it's a dream, right? So yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But also the quality of the Prem is not that high this season in terms of how the games have been going, how the competition has been going. So that's another thing we need to maybe consider.
Okay, boys, let's move on to City Liverpool or Liverpool City. City are taking on Liverpool at Anfield. It's going to be a very feisty one. It's going to be a spicy one in terms of the title race. I just hope, I can win the lottery with the slot machine. I hope the slot machine can do something for
Oh,
me.
get it.
I
Throw it.
ain't gonna
Definitely, bro.
lie.
Throw
I
it,
ain't gonna lie.
bro. Throw it,
You know.
bro. Throw it, bro. Put it in the bin. Something, bro.
But yeah,
Nah.
I'm expecting a shock result. I think Liverpool, yeah, I don't know, maybe even a draw because they struggle to win there. You know, what do
Mm.
you guys think? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's it. I need a massive favor from Liverpool. And I think we'll get it. I think we'll get it. I think Slots is gonna cook, draw, or Man City loss.
I think
Yeah,
I think I think I think I don't think Van Dijk and Konate had a great game, but I don't think Van Dijk and Konate are in the form they need to be in to stop all of those players, right? You have a Haaland, you have a Mamouche, you have a Semenyo now who is on his bike. You have Foden who sometimes plays, who shows up. You have a Cherky who's back from injury. So like I don't know, man. I don't think it's going to be as simple as a slot machine, and especially since both of the managers are their worst like enemies in terms of themselves. Like they shoot themselves in the
yeah.
foot. I mean, Ekitike wasn't played in a vital game because he didn't want him to get injured. Um, Pep is playing his two defenders with wingers for fullbacks. You know, so it's like all these things. Like it's going to be a messy game. I think it's going to be a very messy game. I don't think it's going to be as clear cut as yeah, now there's going to be a domineering like force. I don't think it's that simple. Um, but yeah, that's my take on it. Score wise, I Sizobona guys, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's going to be a high score game, like maybe like a 3-3, 4-3. Like it's not going
5
to.
5.
It's not going to be like a simple like 1 or 1-1 or 2-1. It's not going to be like that. That's what I think. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
6 7.
I agree. I agree. I think both defenses don't look pretty right now. They don't look great. So I think both attacks they try. City's attack looks a bit more menacing than Liverpool's, but Liverpool is looking great. Florian Wirtz is looking good now. He's picking up form. Who else? Gakpo ish. Ekitike is absolutely balling. Oh wow, I have to say.
Birds
Um,
also.
yeah, Verts. Yeah, Florian Verts. I mentioned him.
Yeah.
Those two are boiling. So I think I'm relying on them to actually pull out some magic, and penetrates that City defense.
There's not much
And
to
then
penetrate. It's just
she's just gonna walk through.
they'll just do a walk in, a late registration. Nah, I want to study at the school. Okay, well, the classroom is that way, you know, type of thing. It's not gonna be like a, oh my gosh, these guys are stopping us. We need to come up with something. Bro,
Yeah.
that defense is cooked, bro. Like it's actually so bad. It's actually
Yeah,
so
but
bad.
based on that, I don't know. I don't see City winning at Anfield. They have
Yeah.
a pretty good record at Anfield at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. So yeah, I'm gonna say 3-3 or 2-2. Either a four-goal affair or six.
I think
Mm,
it's gonna be
Mm.
more, bro. I don't lie to you. I
that's
really think
crazy.
I think bro. I think it's just going to be going to be bad.
This is a basketball
Which
game.
team has a stronger midfield? Do you guys know?
It depends on the
That's a good
combination.
question.
Depends on
Mm.
the combination.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Liverpool might win this. I'm hoping they win it. Number one, because they're playing at Anfield. I know I guess they haven't been playing that great, but it's Anfield is still Anfield at the end of the day. And I'm thinking
Mm.
about the midfields because we both know their attacks are like capable, they're decent. Their defenses are both shit, so they kind of equal when it comes to defense and attack. So I think the game will be won in the middle, and Liverpool have an advantage because they're playing at Anfield.
Who do
That's
Liverpool
so
have? They have McAllister, they have Szoboszlai, and then who else?
Verts. Verts
Verts.
doesn't Verts play in midfield, yeah.
He's been playing on the
Nah, I
right.
can't. Yeah, left wing.
But okay, it depends. It depends what slot wants to do that day, bro. It depends.
Yeah,
Like
so
It's not
it also depends on that. So it's like, yeah, dude. I just think Liverpool edge it closer. I think they'll win it. I'm hoping they win it. I'm gonna say 2-1 or 3-2 to Liverpool.
Yo, so none of us are giving City a chance. Goodness
Uh,
gracious.
no,
Marks is not gonna
no,
like that.
I didn't say anything. I don't even know which way it's gonna go, bro. I just said 4-3. That's what I said.
Stop sitting. Stop sitting on the fence, boys, and
It's not a
give us
fence
your.
thing, bro. Do you think
No,
no
you.
no no you
This is a
guys
fence,
you
This
guys
is
are
offense,
biased.
bro.
I don't care who wins, right? That's my thing. I don't care who wins because in my books, if they could both lose, I'd be happy, right? But the thing is, like, I don't think either of them have what it takes to just outright win the game. So, bro, it's not sitting on the fence. It's like between a rock and a hard place. It's like, which one do I choose? You know, because both of
bro.
them have that lackluster thing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see though. We'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
I
we'll
think
see
that's
how
it.
that unfolds on Sunday. Um,
Mhm.
Shout out to all my Gunners out there. We're going to Wembley. We're the famous Arsenal. We're going to Wembley, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. See City at the final. Marks, we'll see you at the final, my boy. We'll see you at the final. We'll see you at Wembley. And yeah, good luck to Liverpool. Good luck to City. Let me not be too biased. But yeah, thank you guys for joining
Thanks.
us. It's been Dofa, it's been Latita, it's been myself, Sandile. See you guys next time on Rivals FC Podcast. Please make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, do whatever. If we had a terrible take, you know what to do. All right, peace, guys.